Previously on Trails for Daybreak, I plotted for the Connect events, which had Van tour the city of Ashen, fight that one Jack Hole student from Ren's Reverie episode, buy a Mishy plush for Elaine, talk to Judith about her audience, and sort out paperwork with Reset. I then worked on the virtual simulator battles. The rematch against Ida took a while because of the level difference. Alright, unfortunately, this is supposed to be the only day I get to spend time in Edith, so hopefully I collected enough U material plus from grinding in the virtual simulator. Agreed to be immovable once our work was done. Should I head over there now? Afterward, I went to Station Street to pick up some odds and ends. Then, when it came time to return to office... It's a little early, but I think we should call a day. You can head on back to the office. Agnes, feel free to go straight to the dorms if you want. Really? Does this have to do with your conversation of that bracelet earlier? No, it's nothing that important. Oh, and your trial period's over, Reset. I don't know how long you're planning on hanging around, but we're happy to have you. Thank you. I'll bring the supplies we purchased back to our base. Appreciate it. Anyway, don't stay out too late now, guys. Oh. Why is he running off all on his own? You think we should track him? We shouldn't invade his privacy. Well, aren't you curious, Agnes? I mean, yes, but... Reset, aren't you against prying into Van's business too? On the contrary, I'm in full support. I've been fiercely curious about his destination. Furthermore, it seemed he was going there for the sake of his acquaintance rather than for personal business. When true, I was recommended to start spending more time as I please, so I intend to do just that. What? Alright, then we shouldn't leave anyone out. Let's call her in. Will you be coming along, Miss Claudel? Sigh, fine. I don't want to be the only one left out. I really thought you were more mature than this. I apologize for my imperfect nature. I am still only 20 after all. He knew! He knew all along, of course he did. Man, the big-ass bracer like you just can't stand around here and not expect to get stares. Hey there, sorry for calling you on such short notice. How'd you manage to convince the artists to let you go? Don't worry about it, I lost them anyways. But you think you could give me more of a heads up next time? Those kids will poke their nose into anything once they catch a whiff. Sure thing, next time. Sigh. So what do you even want from me? If you just wanted someone to help you blend in, wouldn't Elaine or Claudel have done the job just fine? They're tough enough to serve as backup, but they'd probably make me stand out more than you think. Besides, I think you're a better fit with those who are about to meet. Oh, come on. Hey, I'll buy you a drink for the trouble. Anyway, let's get going. Oh, should I have grinded more? Blacklight District. Is that Moshi? Well, here we are, the place the city's very worst call home. For how long it's been around, it's kind of crazy how much more lively it's gotten in the past few years. No kidding, you won't find it on any map, yet people are still somehow finding their way down here. But what criminal wouldn't be tempted by a literal lawless zone where they can let off all the steam they damn well please? Might be a bit much for your little ones to handle right now, though. Yeah, I hate to do it, but I gotta introduce some to it eventually. Can't stay ignorant of its existence forever when you're in this line of work. True enough. So my impression of you being a mother hen looking after her chicks wasn't so far off after all, huh? Okay, so where are we going? Well, let's begin in at the nearby bar for stars. Watch your back, alright? I know.
Mind if I split? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Come on, man! Where's your adventurous spirit?
Give me your worst.
That's so random.
Your time's run out. Let's have some fun. Your move, Jin. Here we go. Heralding fist.
Slow delay.
A chance.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
La Forte.
There. A chance.
How slow is this guy?
Sharp boost to get the upper hand.
Ha! No need to go easy on it. Like hell you are. Put you in your place. Have some more.
Because we're both melee units, it's gonna be a little tricky to deal with this, huh?
Sharp boost to get the upper hand.
Shit.
Do your worst,
Activating
loser.
trunk.
There.
Activating skill.
Sucker. Eat this.
Oh hell, he's heal spamming.
Chance.
Okay, stand here.
You've got this. This'll hurt.
Let's aerial buster you and see what happens.
Come on, come on!
There's no way to back attack both of you, is there?
You're crushed!
Engaging shield.
Behold the fists of the immovable!
Good thing I buffed you first!
Boost gauge limit removed.
Son of a... Arkride!
That looked pretty expensive to use.
They flinch.
Give them your all.
I don't like having shorter, smaller parties. Two physical attackers, not balanced at all. And that's how it's done. Almost feel sorry for the bastards in hindsight, almost. Gotta be pretty wet behind the ears to pick a fight with the immovable and not know what they're getting into. Goes to show why the TAITO school still got its rep. It's lost some of its luster from back in the day, alas. The central dojo closed down 10 years ago after Master Yuga died. Now it hangs on by a thread split between several disparate dojos. Speaking of those, got something on your mind? I remember you like to go visit those rinky-dink dojos every now and then to train the disciples. Why not take up the mantle and revive the TAITO school outright? You ever think of doing that? Can't imagine anyone would have a problem with you taking the reins. I'd love to see that as much as anyone, believe me, but I don't think I'm cut out to lead the whole school like that. And I can't just shirk my duty as a bracer to chase some pipe dream of mine. Maybe once I'm retired, I'll give it some thought. True, Guild probably can't afford to lose somebody as high up as you. Given everything going on right now, yeah. You flatter me. I can't take all the credit, though. You really held your own in that fight back there. You've got a lot of oddball moves in your arsenal. I can tell you've trained Kunlun, clear as day. What's the hell of a master to be able to fight like that? The hell of a master is right. He went and wasted his talent on a punk like me. A punk ass like me. Couldn't even repay him for everything he did. Oh, you don't say. Could he mean? Anyway, let's keep moving. Our destination should be further in. Hey there, can I interest you in any of my specialty herbs? Satisfaction guaranteed, heh. Before you ask, all my stuff is all safe and street legal. I'm just here to give people a good time. I do have some of the grayer stuff, but I've had issues with people not using it right. Can't trust those boys with it, so don't advertise it. I told them to be careful with that stuff, but no dice. Well, that's what I get for dealing with those types. Never again. The way she talks, sounds like your stuff's on the up and up. Just gotta use it wisely and you'll be fine. Interesting, we'll take a look at our inventory, partly because I'm curious and partly to make sure she's sticking to her word. You know, I had some funky hookahs coming through Farbad. I had them for sale for a hot minute, but then I heard the police were going around clearing them off the streets. I opened them up and sure enough, they got some real hardcore stuff in there. I pulled them after that. It's just not worth it. I'm not in that kind of business. I sell good times, not lifetimes.
What will it be?
Everything drops barely any money. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg just to make everyone happy. Show me earrings, and that's all I'm getting here.
Seeing you.
Hey there, boys. You from out of town? Why don't you say a while and I'll show you a good time, Ooh, you're quite the stud, and your friend there, he's just enormous, in more ways than one, I hope. How you make a tempting offer, miss. You're a real sight for sore eyes yourself. Not worth it, dude. It's a wild ride, and you don't want to be on it. Well, look who it is, Mr. Arkride Solutions himself. He's got the immovable tagging right along with him, too. Interesting, very interesting, ho-ho. Something must be going on for the two of you to be working together, but I'll mind my own business. You sound pretty well informed, sir. Nothing gets past you, does it? You know what they say, knowledge is power. He who knows more controls most. That's the key to staying in the black down here. That's to say, I trust you won't have any problems with my humble little store, Mr. Vafek. Of course, sir, provided you don't cause any trouble for us of the guild. Sheesh, talk about uneasy truths. I ain't sticking my nose in their mind games, no sir. I sure imagine what's necessitated that, but I no better than to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. Whoever's brought you two together, I appreciate your business all the same.
I've got some fine wares for sale.
Run! Oh, I hope the next place has a good place to grind, because I am not going to be able to afford everything.
Ha! Best come again soon.
Howdy there, Spriggity too. And is that the immovable Mr. Zenisi? Well, borrow my butt and call me a biscuit. How you been, big guy? Wait, you guys know each other? You really are the celebrity down here, ain't ya? I wouldn't say that. Morgan just happens to be one of the more reputable merchants here, and I do sometimes employ services. He kind of tiptoes the legal line, but he's been invaluable informant to the rest of the guild, so we just sort of look the other way. Oh, mercy, that's so nice of you, Mr. Zen. Too nice, in fact. I haven't done that much, really. I still feel terrible that I couldn't help you before. I'm so sorely sorry. I'm pathetic, I tell you. Just a failure in the eyes of Adios. You know, it's weird as hell seeing a guy in a mask beating himself up like that. It's giving me a whiplash. Yeah, I get that. He's an eccentric fellow, but I take it to me he's a good guy at heart. Well, shut my mouth. I'm surprised to see you two boys mingling together. I have a whole slew of outposts scattered around Calvard. I just happen to be staying around the Blacklight District for the time being. By all means, feel free to look around and browse my merchandise. I'm more than happy to show you all the wonderful blessings I have.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
I don't see anything really new here. Damn it. Special armor. It's actually better, but I don't know if it's worth buying right now. Yeah, I can always... I think there's better armor in the next town anyway. It's better to skip a few sets of armor every now and then because I'm too poor. Raid boot sucks. It has less speed. Whoa, hey there, little guy. I didn't see you there. Whoa, you're so big, mister. You should have some of Mommy's drinks. They're delicious. I'm not allowed to have any because I'm too low, but you guys will love them. I know it. Sounds like a ringing endorsement to me. I'll never say no to a good glass of brew. Really? You're gonna have one of Mommy's spirits? You promise? You bet. I'm a little too busy to sit down for a drink today, but I'll come back another day for it. Deal? Yeah, I'm gonna tell Mommy right now. Whoops, might have run my mouth a bit too much there. The kid got me hook, line, and sinker. I'll say, no wonder this joint does pretty well for itself. You're so big, mister. You're like a bear. Hey, mister, won't you come back to play another day? I'll be waiting. Well, how can I say no to a face like that? You've got a deal, kiddo. I'll come back soon, okay? You serious? Zen Vafek, what the hell are you doing here? Look, if you're just a customer, that's fine, but you're on our turf, and we're not as straight-laced as you deal with on the surface. You just stay the hell out of our business, and we'll stay at the circle of yours. You got that? Don't worry, I know my place here. I'm not looking to ruffle any feathers. Sometimes all I want is to shoot the shit over drinks. Nothing wrong with that, is there? No, provided you don't try to pull anything funny. And drop the goody two-shoes bullshit while you're here, okay? Makes me want to puke. I hear you. I'll be careful. Thanks for the warning. She must be some kind of ex-Jaeger to be talking like that. Best you don't go down that rabbit hole. People don't like you prying in their histories here. Anyway, pretty sure this ain't the bar we want. Bracers make me sick just looking at them. Always have. I sure as hell don't miss that part of the surface. Bunch of hypocrites who don't know jack shit about how the world works. They're not mafia bad, but they're not exactly a high bar. Just stay in your damn lane. This is our world. You want to be cops and your shiny badges don't mean shit down here, so get lost. And anybody who tries laying a finger on my Yoda bracer or not will have hell to pay. Real hell. Remember that if you want to live.
Don't take too long to decide now.
Northern Tonic. A Northern Jaeger.
Not this one. I don't sense any chi. They must not be here.
Shit, they're railroading me. I can't do anything.
Who in the hell are you talking about?
You're shitting me, right? Sorry, hold things up.
How delightful it is to see you, Mr. Arkride. And you as well, immovable.
You sure took your sweet-ass time. Didn't expect Arkride to be with you, though.
I'm just here to do him a favor. But if I'd known we were coming to see scumbags like you, I'd have turned him straight down. Come on now, none of you be like that. I knew you were in Calvard, but it's hard to believe it's been 2 years since I last saw your face, eh, Walter? Not since Jormungandr, huh? Bugged the hell out of me, we weren't even able to use that chance to settle the score between us. Yeah, same here. So I'm sure it's no coincidence I was suddenly able to meet you so easily. I spoke to these two before you showed up, but meetups like this here and there ain't such a bad idea of how little we know about those guys. I see now. We're all after Alma, so we're here to trade information on them. Didn't think I'd chance into a gathering this major, so who's our imposing friend?
I ask that you proceed as though I am not present. Think of me as a random traveler who happened to be here when you arrived.
That's asking a lot. Though the code you being part of this group gives me an idea of who you're affiliated with. To kick this thing off, it's proving almost impossible to even learn more about Almada at this point. Heard a report the other day that Bracer an undercover op on themselves and come back. Yeah, I think the leader, Gerard, has the same ability as Cassius, so there's no fooling him. We have been in much the same position ever since the situation in Longport. Not long ago, a cold-blooded warning video was sent to our Council of Elders, the kind meant to serve as an example. Ugh. They just keep getting worse. We've had nothing like that on our end, but there is one guy up top who can't seem to wipe the smile off his face since they cropped up. He's one real shitbag if he likes them, you know, the real monsters. Sounds to me like we all think we're better off crushing them before they become even more of a headache. This guy, he the one you mentioned a while back?
I've got a list of questions from the Oathbreaker, so start running your mouth, or I'll run my fist through your face.
The infamous Fourth Anguis, huh? Doesn't quite sit right. I imagine our definitions of crush differ here, but at least we know where we all stand now. Save for a friend keeping his cards to his chest there anyway, sounds like the CID's up to something too. So I wish I could figure out just what their boss is thinking. Old Rocksmith's successor, huh? Heard some colorful rumors about him myself. But knowing he's turned a blind eye to a hole like this makes him alright in my book. Indeed, President Rocksmith was a broad-minded fellow in his own right. But the current president has proven even more receptive toward us. Some of the others are rather fond of him. Though that does also make him a far more formidable foe during negotiations. So from our perspective, the president's willingness to work with you guys is one giant flapping red flag. Oh, do not misunderstand. All our cooperative efforts are in line with your guild's code. Heaven forbid otherwise. Can you guys not probe each other while I'm stuck right in the middle? I feel like I don't even need to be here anymore. Honestly feels like that a lot, huh? Easy, Arkride, your part's just about to come up. Huh?
Walter.
Ha! It ain't often we get a chance like this, and you can't pick a better place. You weren't satisfied with how we ended 2 years ago either. So what say we pick it up where we left off? Right here, right now.
Ha! Sounds like a plan.
Wait, you saw us coming, didn't you? Hell no, I ain't here to watch two monsters beating the crap out of.
Who said you'd watch? You and White Orchid Dragon are joining. Come on. Exchange info, exchange blows. Either way, we're getting to know each other.
I admit to some reluctance standing between combatants of your caliber. But I am also not one to pass up a chance to face Mr. Arkride and the famed Jin the Immovable.
Well, he should be.
Sorry, Arkride, but this is just how it's gotta be.
Feels like we're being dragged into someone else's story.
We'd lose sight of ourselves if it was just one-on-one. And who knows how much damage we'd cause then.
Oh, you damn asshole.
I shall act as observer. Fight to your heart's content.
Wait, how about you take Van's place? Why are you so up for this? You're welcome to my spot, you know?
Perhaps another time.
Ready? Begin!
Deploying shards!
Ha! Try not to bore me, all right?
Don't hold anything back now, all right?
Here goes.
Use a shard boost to get the
Not sure I'll ever be able to deal enough damage to them.
Oh, is that all you've got?
Like hell you're running. Eat shit.
Slow?
I'm all fired up.
A good chance for a sharp.
Wait, I can control you now? What the But all your arts kind of suck balls.
You got.
Other than maybe Shield L. You can only cast it once.
No use.
Is that guy just gonna okay, never mind, he's getting close.
A chance.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
Okay, now we can start fighting back. Well, actually,
Is that all you've got?
shit, I should probably cast Chrono Drive.
Activating drive.
Sealed blade. Boom. I'm all fired up.
A good chance for a sharp boost.
Baffin, what?
Oh, is that all you've got?
Wait, he buffed himself. What the hell?
Going all in.
Thundering Kick. Seal.
The hell's the matter, huh?
Distend.
Arkride.
I didn't even get to cast my shit because they delayed me. Damn it.
The hell's the matter, huh?
Oh, is that all you've got?
There we go.
Eat this. Have some more. Better be ready.
Okay, now that I'm fully buffed with you.
The hell's the matter, huh?
Should I use our Hat Palm Strike?
Energy
Oh,
output
is that
maximum.
all you've got?
Activating skill.
This is here. Boom shot.
Boost gauge limit removed.
Crimson Blade?
Pierce. Bring it on. You've got this. This'll hurt. This'll hurt.
Oh, is that all you've got?
This'll hurt.
Arkride.
Aerial Buster!
You're making me get serious.
Deploying shield.
Ebon Blade. No! Like hell you're running. Eat shit. I'm all fired up.
Energy output maximum.
I really wish his art selection didn't completely fucking suck.
Could really use a nap. The hell's the matter, huh? Well, this sucks.
Activating skill.
Brace yourself. Vandalize! Raid! Now we're talking.
Well done.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Got him. Somehow. Yeah, please don't take away my entire half my fucking party.
And you still won't accept that S-rank promotion. Why the hell not?
I'm just not ready for it. My TAITO skills have nothing to do with it. Though it'll sure give me a boost in confidence if I can beat you here.
Oh yeah? Will it now?
Whoa, the hell are you? Hold on a sec. This is looking real bad. I gotta scram. Huh? I can't move. I fear there's no stopping this. I am honored to bear witness.
That is enough.
Well then. You're...
Kilika!
You got here quick, and here I was hoping we could duke it out a little longer.
I figured you'd have a lot of catching up to do, so I thought to give you some space. A mistake on my part, I see. Are you a future S-rank bracer and a society enforcer, or are you infants?
Oh, wait a minute! This was all his fault!
Don't give me that! You were all gung-ho until she showed up, buddy.
Looking more and more like infants from where I'm standing. What a shame, I was already looking forward to seeing that to its end. You are a force to be reckoned with, Flying Swallow. It's good to see you, Spriggan. I see Zenijin is causing you trouble yet again. As for you, Sao, are you sure it's alright for you to be out of crossball after your promotion of president? Worry not, I foisted all the responsibility there to Yin and the SSS. This guy is no shame. Looks like you brought more suspicious folks to the party.
What? You got a problem with us, punk? So you're the Spriggan of the Republic. But personally, I think of you as the dropout of the Conlone School.
Wait, are you?
Now, Celise. It's not good to pick fights with him when you've only just met. Even if he is a shady piece of human waste from Adios knows where who can't figure out which half of the moral fence he's standing on.
Well, even I wasn't trying to be that harsh.
Curious.
Still, I see it was worth our while to come down here. Who knew a battle between the Society's finest Eastern martial artist and a student of one of the 3 great schools would be waiting for us? But perhaps the greatest surprise of all is seeing you.
Thought you were acting kind of funny lately. But finding out you're all buddy-buddy with the Society is one thing I didn't see coming.
I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. I am a mere traveler who chanced upon this place and its current company. Nothing more. I ask that you pay me no mind, Mother Celise, Father Leon.
You're not even trying to hide it.
You are quite the interesting fellow, Vice Captain.
Must have been a hard job bringing a couple of runts like them down here.
I thought they would make a fine match for you. We do have an agreement right now, after all.
Who are you calling a couple of runts? You sure can run your mouth dire well, but don't go getting cocky. How about I show you and that hardhead what I can really do?
Yeah? With what, Missy? That sword? Sure you're gonna be swinging it and not the other way around? How'd a teeny bopper like you even get that damn...
I'm 27.
Huh?
I said I'm 27. Any questions?
Huh. Well, I guess some guys are into that kind of thing.
You are so dead.
You had to step on a landmine. She hates when people talk about her little baby face and impressively short height.
Also dead.
I'll leave this crap to you, Arkride.
Why me? I have a feeling I know where these 3 are from.
Oh, there he is!
Guys?
Van! Wait, huh?
Sao! What kind of crazy party is this?
Well, it wasn't Aaron. How'd you even find this place? I thought I threw you off my tail.
This is what happens when you only keep people half in the loop.
Elaine. I didn't think you'd want her down here too. Wait, isn't she? The one only Beauty's blade, but the woman next to her.
I happened to run into them during their search for you. I did have my doubts on whether to bring them here or not, but as you can see... Well, in any case, I had a feeling you were here.
My apologies. I had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. But now that I see it, this place certainly does pique my interest.
So, well, I was going to bring you down here at some point. But what's with you being me too, Elaine? You're the one who's constantly harping on about keeping them out of danger. You going senile? We're used to danger. And besides, I see some other kids down here too. I know you have our best interests at heart, but no one likes being kept at arm's length forever. Sorry for all the trouble this ended up causing, man. But hey, it ended up being a good chance to teach them about this place, no? Oh please, don't start acting like you did nothing wrong. I'll say, I have some choice words for you too, Jin. You didn't think to discuss your coming here with anyone else. Quite an arrogant move on your part. Well... Sigh. Well, fun's over. I've had enough of being here. Today was more about saying hi anyway. I've done what I came for. Walter. We will see each other again at some point. If the only other place I can imagine that happening is your prison cell. Heh. Well, kind strangers, if you would excuse me. Yeah, that's enough hellos. Sorry for making you show us down here, Chief. We're out here. See you all around sometime. I wouldn't be surprised if we met again, though that depends on what A does.
Well, now that the air has calmed down a touch, perhaps those of us who remain might continue sharing information?
Man, you never change.
Sounds like there's no room for doubt then. Almada's got some other organization working for them. So it would appear. Their funding is at least partly coming from those who funded the racial terrorism of the past too. That's awful. Van was telling us about that not too long ago. Our company's risk assessment led us to the same conclusion. Up until a few years ago, racially motivated attacks on those of Eastern and Central Eastern descent were all too common. They were known to be orchestrated by white supremacist groups who trace their origins back to the Old Kingdom. But the situation changed significantly when a rather large group attacked the trade conference in Crossbells 4 years ago. Fortunately, we were able to quell the situation thanks to an insurance policy we had in place. As soon as the crisis was put to rest, the former president started an aggressive crackdown on those groups. You didn't hear much from them after that. Then the post-war reparations put the entire issue on the back burner. That's not to say they disbanded, however. If anything, the economic prosperity provided an ideal cover for them to continue in secret. And now their cover is coming to an end, bringing the issue of them to service once again. Well, I don't know how those assholes are tied to Almada, but if they've got all those fat stacks at their disposal, that explains how they got so big so fast. Yeah, with that kind of mirror, they could bring people on the outside into the fold. Like the group Melchior and the new puppeteer come from. A group able to wipe out a high-ranking company of Jaegers single-handedly, and likely with special abilities at their disposal. So they are from the Gardens. I am thoroughly unsurprised you've heard of them. Few have, even in the criminal underworld. What's the Gardens? Is this some kind of group? They're a criminal organization that's of a different breed to mafias like Almada. They don't have much in common with society, either, mind. We first learned of their existence 9 years ago. Their modus operandi is scattering orphans and giving them a first-class education, and assassination. Damn, didn't know stuff like that was even real. Unfortunately, it very much is. Their members are few in number, but they complete their missions with startling success. The organization is divided into several groups, called Gardens, with each being led by an overseer. We are aware of their presence at Marduk as well. Their threat level is considered to be S+. Internally, it was at one point believed that most unsolved assassinations were their handiwork. Yeah, you can imagine a headache when we even had another group trying to mimic their playbook. Still, their name hasn't cropped up very much over the past couple years. Not since the overseer of the Garden of Swords was taken out by 2 members who fled the organization. Oh wow. I feel like I've read that story somewhere before. What is it, Van? Nothing. Anyway, now that we know that group of monsters is working with Almada. It's still a mystery how they end up that way. Same with how they went up with all that terrorist funding. But maybe a more pressing question is why they're working together. True. They've got 3 of the worst tiles that exist. Just a matter of working out what hand they're going for. You a Mahjong player too? I mean, you're right. We're gonna need to focus on that going forward. Indeed, albeit in our own unique ways, no doubt. Well, I believe we've had enough discussions for one day. Still, it seems clear there's more room for negotiations between us and some other groups going forward. I am most humbled you are including us in that. Well, I don't know about you and Gian, but Hayway has its moderates too, like fun. Think we can include you guys in that too, Arkride? Goes without saying, hell, we're the common thread between all of you. And you're just gonna keep using us as a bridge between you anyways. You got that right, so we would, but of course. stop being so in sync. Even Van feels like he's just a random dude dragging to someone else's story, an NPC. I see it didn't take you long to adjust to life in the capital. Just bear in mind that Lady Ashen is rather worried about you back in Longport. Do try to exercise restraint in your daily life, Man, she could stand to chill out a little, and you should be the one checking in on home more often. How's Zen doing, by the way? He's been abroad in Remiferia for half a year now, right? I believe he is doing very well. He attends a distinguished middle school there and is blessed with many good friends. Come think of it, Chief. I know you go way back with him in the Direwolf. But I would have figured Renee would handle this kind of thing. That's right. The smart guy you and Elaine grew up with, yeah? He's actually quite occupied with another case for us. As for what the case is, you'll soon see. Oh, that's sure an ominous way of putting it. And she's one of the more reasonable ones, too. Why can't the CID be staffed by more normal people? Forgive me for saying so, but you're a fine one to talk. Yeah, I can't believe you came to a place like this without us. Kinda pisses me off I let you shake me in the first place, but that's in the past now. So, just what is this place? It's called the Blacklight District. It's the city's unofficial 13th district, and its dark side. A lawless zone that changes location from time to time and that few cops dare to tread. It's home to criminals of every kind. Good place for us to get together too. To think that all this time such a place was right under my nose. You know, I feel like Abi said something about it to me before. I was aware of its existence, but this is my first time seeing it in person. It looks to be a combination of multiple underground areas that went unused during the city's urban planning. Good spot to hang out. We had to walk through a whole damn maze just to get here. An underground coliseum and contraband as far as I can see. It's like it was made for me. Well, too late to do anything now that you're here. I'm gonna guess people stayed away because you had Elaine, but people are always getting in scuffles around here. Are we ramming encounters down here with humans? So let me teach you how to speak this district's language. We'll take a tour while we do. Just keep your eyes peeled, alright? Right. Of course. I'm down. No, that was some good entertainment today. Sure made this old hag happy. They've got some pretty colorful youngins lined up. I can't wait to see just what sort of havoc they end up wreaking. Hey, not your average grandma, this one. She gives us a really sinister aura. I'm not sure why. Blacklight ain't without its downsides, but when you're old and you got more time than you know what to do with, it's the only place to be. Just don't call it my retirement, because I still got plenty of fuel left in this tank. Ha ha. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Pacha could start shit outside my restaurant, huh? I'll let you guys off at once, but you gotta make some money taking bets on that. But you damage this place and I'll collect on your head, got it? No, you guys cause no trouble, alright? This here is a legit business I'm running with the boss's permission. You can't give me shit. Legitimate is stretching it a bit with all those safety hazards he's got in plain sight. Whatever's going on, you sound serious. Better not get in his way or else. It ain't my fault all that crap went down, but whatever. Let's take a look around and then get the hell out of here. Relax, Chief. Why do we need to rush? The gambling den's open. We ought to grab a seat and throw down. We can leave once we make some dough. Alright, but just a little, and I mean only a little. Maybe gamble my way into getting enough to buy the next set of armor. You run a gambling den here, but that don't mean it's a free-for-all. Any bastards that step out of line get kicked out, literally. You want Abiente and put more money on that table, be my guest. So when you play in my house, you play by my rules. The sooner you get that for your fixed goals, the better we'll get along, got it?
What'll it be?
Lucky colons. Hey there, come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? What? All the shopkeepers have new dialogue too? Yoda, how are you always so cute? You're always such a sweet, considerate little angel. The hell are you looking at? Can you give a gal some privacy? You're killing the goddamn vibe. Sorry, we'll be out of your way. She was in a completely different world there. Yeah, talk about zoning out. She sure as hell doesn't look all bark, though. I kind of feel like she used to be a Jaeger. Maybe she's retired. Either way, she really loves her son. Huh. Just so we're absolutely clear, if you do anything to my Yoda, and I do mean anything, you're going to pay the price for it. Big time. If you're going to drink at my bar, expect you to know your place. Got it? Hey, you're a curry-her lady. Yeah, you're going to tell me more stories about the outside, please? Of course, what are you curious about today, kiddo? Oh, I want to know about where Mommy came from. And can you give me a hug, too? Just an irresistible little munchkin, aren't you? Alright, come here, I'm all yours. Hey, even Hermes no match for the power of cuteness. And I love to curry her lady. Sometimes she comes to visit me. I wish she would come every day. Gotta say, I didn't expect to find you here. How long have you been down here? Oh, not too long. I'm just here for work. I'm guessing you and the rest of your office are taking a briefer. Whatever you're up to, be careful. This place has no shortage of unique characters to look out for. You can say that again. You know, you're giving them way too much credit. Characters almost make them sound reasonable. Huh, well, when you have all these different factions here, I find it best to stay neutral and avoid ruffling any feathers. Don't shy away from anyone. You need something hauled a mere mule. For the right price and the right conditions, of course. And here I thought she'd gone batshit and setting up shop down here. Guess it's not that surprising in retrospect, though. She might not be technically part of the Underworld, but she's got one foot in it for sure. Just for reference, there's no alcohol in this. I can't go ferrying around orders all drunk and dizzy now, can I? Once I'm done with this, I'm straight off to the next job. No rest, worry, freelancers, is there? Ain't that the truth? Wait, booze or no booze? How the hell is she able to talk to down that with her helmet still on? You know, that's actually a really good question. I'm curious now too. Well, remember all of you guys. Interesting. You make for one strange group when you all come here together. But hey, what isn't weird is when you live in the what isn't weird when you live in the Blacklight District? Common sense is for the service dwellers. Just be careful down here, folks. These parts can leap out and bite you if you don't keep an eye out. Might Isis deceive me, or was that Beauty's blade working with Hayway and Ouroboros? And those weren't the only intriguing faces present either. Oh, I was sure to think what's about to happen if all of them are putting their heads together. You know, I had some funky hookahs coming through Farbad. Wait, didn't you tell me that already? She must be talking about those Orbo hookahs. Good to hear the police got rid of them here too. Generally, the longer shop's been around, the better vendors know what to sell and what not to sell. This lady here's been a bit of an outlier, but still. It ain't that scary shopping down here. Just remember where those lines are and make sure you don't cross them, alright? Right, that's good to know. Oh, there is something new, only because there's other party members here. I remember seeing you all pass through here earlier. I'm glad to see you all managed to reunite with Mr. Van. Just be careful where you walk. The more trouble you can avoid, the better. Blacklight's full of danger. Stranger danger, especially. Don't make eye contact with anybody who looks the least bit suspicious, alright? It's for your safety. Okay, thank you for your advice, sir. Not to change the subject, but may I ask why you wear that mask? Its design is quite curious. Oh, you mean this thing? Gee willikers, I feel so darn silly talking about it. Call it a little indulgence of mine. In another life, I was a little naughty, you see. Oh, that's neat. I guess it's kind of his own weird little quirk, huh? Quirk my ass. Man's creepy as all get out. I know he's weird, but that's just the way Blacklight is. Just roll with it, okay? Oh my goodness, is that you, Van? It is, isn't it? Oh, my beloved fourth boyfriend has finally returned to me. What? Why'd the screen shake a little bit? Damn, Chief, save some girls for the rest of us. What chick in this town don't you have crawling all over you? Oh, I'm old, but not insane. You really think I'd get with a girl like her? Piss off. But no, you saved me. You held my hand and rescued me from those awful, no-good cops on my tail. You're on my knight in shining armor, saving me from those false charges. Just remembering it gives me butterflies, sigh. Yeah, if those charges were false, then I'm Sheena Dirk. Bullshit, lady. You really ought to kick the habit of yours, stabbing every guy you fall for like there's some kind of corkboard. Wait, what do you say she does? Pardon me if this sounds like an obvious question, but may I ask why you go to such lengths? See, that's just so embarrassing. Are you really going to make me answer? I mean, what won't a girl do for love? She'll do whatever it takes to make a man hers, each and every last reach of him. It's only natural. This chick takes possessive to a whole new level. She's certainly a unique person, even under her circumstances. Hold on, doesn't that mean Van could be next? His life's in danger. The hell it is, I just told you, she and I are not a thing, period. It's only normal for a girl in love to be a little possessive. Her man should be all hers. That's why I stab every boyfriend of mine, like a little pincushion, and then when I'm done, I tell them I'm breaking up with them. So why does it have to be like this? Why do the police always get involved when it's just a tiny little argument? It makes no sense. Oh well, for now I'm laying low until things cool down. I have you to thank for making it all possible, my love. Anyway, I like to collect books in my free time. Feel free to look around and see if any of them interest you. For a collection of books, these make for a rather stark selection, I must say. Yeah, she has a lot of romance novels in her prison diary. She certainly has a very specific taste. Smile and wave, gang. Smile and wave. You try and actually hold a conversation with her and she'll break your mind in half. She sounds like a character from the Physical Exorcism series.
What'll you have today?
Soul Chef Toast. That's a surprisingly normal book in a place like this. Oh, I'm running low on money again. Oh, but this one has a great accuracy rate. Oh, Spriggan is lovely assistant again. I see you've added some new faces to your ranks since we last met. What brings you here? Somebody hurt I need to take a look at? Well, you know me. Show me the mirror and I'll take a gander. Sick, dead, whatever you need. I can handle it. Isabel, I didn't know you worked down here. What, is she a friend of yours or something? Well, not exactly. She was a client we did some work for after I first joined. Yep, as you can probably tell, she's a pretty renowned doc in the underbelly. Not my first choice of treatment. She'll patch you up, but gouge your wallet too. But hey, she's always around whenever you need it. Ouch, that's a little mean, don't you think? I'm not some scam artist, I just know what I'm worth. Money talks after all, and I listen. Green is the language we all understand. Wait, green? So Mira has green bills? Money talks. I didn't know they printed talking money. I'll take your word for it. You sound like a really skilled doctor. You know the Coliseum behind here? They ship me a lot of their fighters whenever they get roughed up. I wonder the Coliseum will allow me to make money off of beating people up. They're not easy jobs, so I'll always take a look, provided they got a coin. They're far from my favorite patients, though. Too rowdy for me. They just never sit still. Now, silver spoons who come wailing and begging with stacks of Mira. I love those. They're so desperate. It's adorable. Whoa. An archaism.
Ah, cool! There's a match going on right now!
Is some kind of arena? Nice.
Yep, this here is where they hold fighting tournaments. You go in and beat the shit out of each other. Makes for a gambling hotbed, as you can imagine. Oh, color me intrigued. Wow, that's awesome. Sounds like an amazing place to train. Yeah, no, literally anything goes in there. Roids, mods, explosives, you name it. It ain't the place to train. It's a straight up blood sport in there. The organizers will even come up with bullshit reasons to make you fight monsters and archaisms. Even if you survive all the shit they throw at you, it really ain't worth it. Just steer clear of it, alright? That's fair. Sounds like you really have to be on your toes in there. Pretty decent prize money if you win, though. I'll give them that much credit. It's one way to make ends meet down here. Mr. Arkride, you're not speaking from experience, are you? Now that shit ain't my scene. Well, not anymore, I mean. Look, they were hard times, okay? That bastard paid for a new truck, but he didn't pay for all the mods like the previous one had. Whatever you say, Chief. Next time you decide to enter, let me know so I can put my money on you. Hell no, I ain't saying put in that cesspit again. Come on, we really don't have a lot of money right now, because this game is so stingy. That's a spirit, Joe. Can't wait to see you kick ass in your next match. Kill that stupid bastard, you hear me? I'll got my money riding on you. Don't have to tell me twice. Once I'm done with him, we're having ourselves a good old-fashioned bloodbath. I'll knock this sumbitch out in one blow, and I won't stop until this whole town's red. Yaha!
Seriously? Wow, hey, gorgeous. There sure are a lot of bars in this place.
They are likely the only sources of refuge for the people here.
The Coliseum is really buzzing today. Must be something big going on up there. I'd say that's as good a reason to let loose and party hard, though, don't you? I've got just the right drinks to make that happen. In fact, here's a secret. It really turns me on when somebody buys me one of my pricier bottles. See that, and maybe I'll throw in an extra treat, They sure don't have places like this on the surface. That's what no laws and no regulations does to a place. Don't let them sucker you in, or you'll get regret.
All my stuff is to die for!
Okay. My man, you came at the perfect time. Come on, step inside and have some fun. Bring your lady friends too. You're gonna love the girls we have here. Plenty to choose from, and they're all people pleasers in more ways than one. Anyhow, enjoy your stay in the Blacklight District. There's nowhere else in Edith that can tend to your deepest wants and needs like we can. I've seen that guy around here from time to time. Never knew he was a broker till now. This joint makes sense. The cops don't come down here. If you want to do the dirty on the download, this is where you go. It's two random dudes, no introduction.
Seeding to neutralize.
I'll kick your ass! Let's
I like their spunk.
If we must.
Initiating drive.
Kidding me?
Activating skill.
Son of a...
Give me your stuff. I'm poor. I'm sure you guys have figured out, but the Blacklight District ain't exactly the kind of place you visit for fun. Aaron's another story, but the rest of you make easy pickings for scumbags and lowlifes hacking it down here. You don't come down here by yourselves, understood? Yeah, I get what you mean. Things can get really dicey if you get surrounded here. But if you bring a buddy along, I bet it make for a fun fight. Well, ideally, you won't be fighting in the city at all. So I didn't realize there were so many people like that down here. Yep, pretty spooky when you think about it. This world here is a lot closer to yours than you might be comfortable with. It is, but honestly, I'm just more surprised that this all existed right under my nose. At least it's surprising to see someone as well-to-do as me. Maybe I'm just not very aware of my surroundings. I think this would be something of a problem, but it's like everyone just turns a blind eye to it. I hear ya, Blacklight's a lawless place, but they have their own rules instead. The big one being you don't drag innocent civilians into your messes down here. Most tend to follow that, so they'll leave you alone. Keyword being most. Some of them step out of line, like we just saw. Reminds me of Halo 8's own code. Do you wish to visit here often, Mr. Arkride? You seem to be rather well informed about this area. I check in from time to time. There's intel down here that you can't find anywhere else. And as you guys might have noticed by now, it's a good place to sharpen your street smarts. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. That's gotta be like the best part of this whole trip. Man, Jaeger born and bred, ain't ya? Well, it wasn't Edith's one only spriggan. What brings you here, darling? Got time to stay and play? Your lady friends are more than welcome to join you, if they're up for it. We got girls that know how to keep a woman company too. You'll be drawing in pleasures you can't find anywhere up on the surface, I can promise you that. Stay a while, won't you, big guy? I don't get it, what kind of place is this? It feels alluring, I feel drawn to it, but I really don't know why. I've never felt like this before. Hard no, letting you two waltz in there is just asking for trouble. And you, don't even think about sneaking inside while I'm not looking, punk. I'm an adult, why do you care how I spend my free time? Sometimes a guy needs to just let it hang, you know? I care because we'll get hooked on that shit in 2 seconds. Can't trust your horny ass to stay out of trouble. I think most of the girls still have some growing up to do. Those services aside, I still got some things for sale here. If you change your mind and decide to spend more quality time with our girls, just let me know. I'll wait right here for you, handsome. It appears she and Mr. Arkride are acquainted with one another. Whoever she is, she certainly has quite the way of words. Now, we have something of a reputation for sucking our customers dry, literally and figuratively, but we still have our standards. For one thing, we only put the squeeze on our richest customers. We don't overwork our employees either. Getting addicted only leads to trouble in the long term. Indulge responsibly, okay? Oh, I don't know how to describe it, but this lady is really alluring for some reason. I know what you mean. She's beautiful. Yeah, she has her fans on both sides of the aisle. Probably how she can recruit all those girls for the place.
Indeed.
Ooh, you look dangerous.
Bite per bite. Why are these drinks so expensive? They don't even heal that much.
I'm so lost. I don't know which way is which anymore.
No need to fret. I have this area all mapped out.
Don't think I've seen you before.
Oh, you know what? I just realized we haven't checked any bulletin boards here. Don't sweat that. As a rule, I don't take for SPGs from anybody down here. Why not? There are a lot of people here who could use some help, aren't there? For real, nobody down here is exactly innocent, so I can't imagine any of them being able to go to the cops or bracers for help. That's the problem. There are some rare exceptions, but almost everyone down here has a checkered past in some way. Ultimately, I can't trust them not to abuse the system. Worst case scenario, I get framed out as a grunt for some real sketchy shit. Not worth it. That does make sense, given Spriggan's reputation for assisting in legally gray matters. I can see how a bad faith actor might exploit them for their own gain, and how society at large would offer little to defend them. To be clear, I already make a point of filtering out those garbage posts to start with. More than anything else, it'd just be a giant time sink trying to vet requests from these parts. That's the biggest reason I don't bother. As much as some folks might think otherwise, I don't deal with criminals. I deal with people who have complicated problems. When somebody has a problem they can't rely on the law or guild to solve, they come to me. That's all there is to it. That's bad for you. What can I say? It's worked for me so far. Must be doing something right. And this day, if someone here really wants my services, they're not completely out of luck. They still got 2 options. They can post a 4 SPG in another part of town, or they can come talk to me. Same as anybody else, really. Doesn't mean I'll agree to help, but I'll hear them out at least. That's our boss, always trying to keep the door open. Leave the Blacklight District and return to surface. Yes. Hopefully they'll have better stuff in the weapon shop later. I don't know. Can I skip the entire tier of armor? I hope it's worth the risk, huh? After leaving the district, they made their way to the surface following a different route. Damn, it's already this late? We were down there a while. It connects to the Riverside District, too. Feels like waking up from a dream. I guess it was all a bit too much for a kid. Speaking of kids, seems like that boy we ran into is the son of a Jaeger. I really liked it down there, shady criminals excluded. It was like a conflict could break out at any second, a perfect place for training. Not this again. At least it hadn't fully descended into anarchy, even if the rules were somewhat lax. It seemed like a good place to procure goods and materials you can't get on the surface. Yeah, don't want anyone getting hooked on the place, but use it when you need to, just follow the rules. That goes for you in particular, Aaron. Whistle. You okay, Agnes? You're awfully quiet. No, I'm perfectly fine. It was just a lot to take in. I'm feeling a bit of culture shock, I suppose. I can hardly blame you. I'm sorry, it was probably making you feel even worse of how carried away I was getting. Oh, you don't need to feel responsible. It's just, to be honest, I've got something else in my mind too. It does kind of feel like something's been eating at you lately. Worry about things at school? Yes, actually, there's a major opportunity coming up that I was considering opting into. But I think I've decided against it. There's nothing more it can teach me that I haven't learned already, after all. Oh?
Our information did not lead us astray, I see. It's good to see you all, my friends.
Can you spare some sepith for an old friend? Seriously, I'm really poor.
That it is.
Your Highness. Najee. Damn, talk about showing up unexpected. Look, so this is what the chief was talking about.
Correct. His Highness and I have something to discuss with you. Please, climb in.
It's so spacious in here. This here's an ETWS stretch limo, right? Hell of a luxury. Right smooth as the baby's ass too. Still have room to move up in the world, huh? The suspension systems in a luxury vehicle like this versus my pickup are built for totally different things. Speaking of, I take you like the part I sent you. I got it on special order to ensure it didn't clash with the aesthetic of your truck. Oh, like understalls it, it's a thing of beauty. Even if that ulterior motive behind sending it wasn't just in my head. Still, I'm glad you're both looking well. Thank you, my apologies for all the trouble we caused you. We weren't expecting to see you all again so soon either. But we were already here for a visit with the president, so the timing happened to line up. What? Oh, that Gramhart guy. Oh, I didn't see anything about a meeting on the news. Some kind of secret talks? You didn't need to concern yourself with details that are on a need-to-know basis. Well, we are living in crazy times. No doubt there's plenty for our leaders to be talking about. Much as it bugs me that you've clearly got something besides that you want to dump on us. Oh? I think I see what's going on now.
I'm sure you do. We invited you here in the hopes of hiring you. This is a joint request from Elsyme and the CID.
That's quite the pair. I'm committing to nothing, but keep going.
The short of it is, we'd like you to go on another trip for us. To the home of the Verne Company, the city of Basel in the southwest.
That's Calvard's biggest orbment manufacturer, isn't it? This sounds like a big one.
If you could take a look at the screen.
Basel is an industrial city that is home to both the Verne Group's HQ and the Basel Institute of Science. Its artisanal district dates back to the Middle Ages, and it is surrounded by an abundance of nature. Our problem is that as of late, the city's orbital network has become unstable. In addition, suspicious individuals have been sighted leaving and entering the city.
Don't tell me it's... I know what you're thinking, but we can't assume that until we have all the facts, of which we have very little. If only you were like that before accusing us of working with Armada. Under normal circumstances, we would be well informed of the situation, as our country has deep ties with an institute. Unfortunately, its director, who also happens to be Verne's CEO, has been notably unforthcoming as of late. That's strange. Isn't your country one of Verne's largest shareholders? Yes, it is. We are not their principal shareholder, but we still wield considerable influence over the company. Yet in spite of that fact, the CEO has been emphatically vague in response to our questions. We suspect he is merely buying time. For what, though, I do not know, but his suddenly shift in behavior indicates he's hiding something, hence my request to you. You're not giving me much to work with here, and if you're looking for technical experts, you've come to the wrong place. Oh, I beg to differ. After all, you have one of Marduke's very own concierges in your employ. Also, Lil Birdie told me you're testing some revolutionary new technology at present. Oh, you mean the Simul thingy? It's still undergoing testing, but we plan to reveal it to the public eventually. Good to hear. I'll most certainly be looking forward to it. Anyhow, if we took our request to the guild, it landed at the bottom of our list of priorities, given that no civilian casualties have occurred. Also, much like the police, our worry is a fox with these sorts of mysteries. Right, if we're on the job, we can deal with any problems that you'd rather keep away from the public eye. The conditions are fair, but you better be willing to pay top mural for our services, or you can count us out. But we needn't worry there. If anything, that makes you more trustworthy in my book. Is that a fact? Well, I think we should definitely consider taking this on, especially if Armada is involved. If possible, I'd like to ask one thing before we agree to take this on. What's the CID's connection in this case? You haven't been upfront about that. Oh? That was a sharp one. Verne and the Institute are currently part of two national projects. One of them is for making the Zypha standard available to the general public, both at home and abroad. The technology is a national secret, so our involvement should be no surprise. That makes sense. Gotta stay on top of any leaks and scandals so they don't slip through the cracks. What about the air project? Classified. Oh, come on. Boo. Even I don't know the specifics there, so I'm in the same boat as you all. I did try pressing the president for details, but he simply wouldn't budge. Apologies, but that's all the more reason why I cannot divulge any information about the project. The point is, there are many reasons for our involvement. This all sounds fishy as hell, but whatever, get on with it. As you wish, the issue of the Zypha's standards funding source also needs to be addressed. And I will delegate that task to your group's chief and concierge. Huh? What do you mean? Since when did you become my boss? Fine, I'll explain. Zypha being Verne's 6th generation combat orbment is common knowledge at this point. But there's little known little known fact about the project's humble beginnings. It got a massive capital injection from an interested party. And that party just so happens to be the Valis Investment Bank, which, as it so happens, is also the largest shareholder of Marduk, my employer. I see. Sure feels like I'm hearing this name Valis a lot lately. Valis, oh, as in the city-state. Correct, it's a giant port city in the Central East. It may not have much land, but through trade in the South Sea, its people will amass a great fortune, which they are investing all over the continent. They're both our allies and our competitors. The Valis Investment Bank is owned by them. So you're trying to drag our asses into the Central Eastern Turf Wars, also we can be our eyes and ears. Well, I guess they could be sending in their own spice, especially with the state-level secrets up for grabs. In short, you want us to investigate a highly complex situation from a neutral standpoint, and get to the bottom of what's happening there. Does that sum it up? I'll give you 85 for that answer. In the event that Valis attempts to interfere, we would also like you to act as a mediator. You've got this all mapped out. Mediation is not one of our specialties, unfortunately, so I'm not certain if we are your best option for that. On the contrary, I think you're all our safest bet on the front. Should you take our request, you will stay in Basel for 3 days. I'm sure there will be other 4 SVGs you can juggle at the same time. We can't expect you to leave at once, but it would be best if you depart within the next 2 days. Wait. Alright, we'll give it some thought when we get back. Can't make any promises. I understand. You're gonna do that for your school trip, huh? You won't be out of options if you refuse. The CID never puts all its eggs in one basket. If that's the case, maybe we could get Ren to help. She's good with orbital computers. Regardless, everything we've told you is strictly confidential. Though I think a rare unexpected issue might work in our favor here. Maybe that's why they chose Arkride Solutions, because they knew that Ren would get pulled into it too. After that, Prince Sherid and Kincaid saw them back to their office. Once they arrived, they enjoyed dinner at Montmartre before gathering to discuss the Crown Prince's request. Think you ain't heard a thing about all this from your own company. I'm naturally aware of the plan to make the Zypha Center available to the masses, but not about the problems in Basel. If A really is involved, I would have expected to have already been informed. Gotcha, it does sound like something that'd take us 3 days either way. But if we're looking into things at Verne and the Institute, we're gonna need to work mostly weekdays. But that would mean Anya's. Actually, the timing here is rather perfect. You see. Wow, high school here sounds really fun. Just a big school in the capital will bust out the fancy trips. Aramis is all about the students thinking for themselves, so something like this makes sense. Bet you'll have reports to write for days about it too. Yes, actually, some of my friends who came here the other day are considering Basel too. I was interested in going myself, but I wasn't sure whether or not that was the best decision. But you'll be leaving next Thursday for 3 days, so the timing matches up splendidly. And it's almost as if Arusha wants this to happen. Also, check your Genesis. Oh, not that I think my personal circumstances should push us into taking this on, of course. Of course. But that goes both ways. You're a student first, so don't go forcing your decision to line up with our job. Even if we do end up in the same general place, your studies might mean we won't even see each other. Well, I suppose that's true, but that still kind of hurts. Huh? Hey, that's first coming from the guy who always decides where to go based on who will shove dessert down his throat. Speaking of which, where are we going to find Basil on that front? Excellent question. A big tart called Ngun is probably the most famous. It's made of walnuts and honey, nougat, and has a simple but mellow taste that's just... I suppose the answer right. I need to make up my own mind about what to do. Otherwise, my great-grandfather would never, or that for that matter. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you concern. Not at all, I don't think anyone could blame you for feeling conflicted here. But should we end up going to the same place, rest assured that I will do all I can to support you. She's way too perceptive, thank you, but why? Oh. No way. These things have a mind of their own. I wonder if the mind, the intelligence inside the Genesis is the one controlling Mare? I'm not sure. I'll speak to my friends at school tomorrow. But if you could work under the assumption we'll all be going and prepare accordingly. Got it, but don't forget that I'm a student first and foremost, right? I won't. I'll make this work so I can handle my obligations properly, both here and at school. Well, good night. Yeah, night. So I guess we'll be leaving next Thursday, same day as Aramis. But Rene and the prince just dumped this on us, so they can wait until tomorrow for an answer. Still, she's sure looking brighter than when they met her. With how much she's got weighing on her, I'm sure she's got a lot to work through. But I'll look out for her the best as I can, being her boss and all. Man, that sure was a day. Guess I'll go for a walk to wind down before bed. Is it just me or did you bring back some more plants? Indeed I did. I was perusing the flower shop in Old Town and happened upon some wonderful plants. Are you off to patrol the city? Do let me know if you need my assistance. I would be happy to help. Thanks, but it ain't that big a deal, really. More like a late night walk than a patrol. We got plenty to do tomorrow, so we'll take it easy and rest up tonight. Understood. Perhaps I can do some reconnaissance preceding our trip to Basel then. Professional obligations notwithstanding, I do look forward to the trip. Basel offers quite the array of scenery and architecture. It's not often I have the privilege of traveling both for business and for pleasure, heh. Sup, you writing a letter? I figure I let everybody back home know how I'm doing. We've written back and forth a few times, but man, there's just so much to talk about. Now, I don't know where to start. My first time in Blacklight District, for one, though Abby might already know what the place is like. Wouldn't surprise me, might as well be on the Jaeger bucket list. I might have gone there as a Jaeger myself if I'd stayed there. But I like learning about stuff this way. Working with you has really opened my eyes to all these new things. So I was gonna write some about it. Every day out here is super exciting. I say go for it. I can tell you really like the time. Just, I'm doing so much stuff now, I gotta pick something to write about. But what? I want to write to my little brother and sisters, but there's so much I want to tell Umi. Okay, sorry. I see a cat every now and then. Guess this is his turf. I went to catch a movie for the first time in a while, and my goodness, it shook me to my core. And my heart is still racing. I've worked up an appetite even. Steak sounds quite nice to me. Oh no, an evil wolf. Little pig, let me come in. No, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, said the little piggy. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your straw house down. Grr. Oh, mommy's a really scary wolf. Watch out, you man, I'm gonna eat you. No, don't eat me, just go back to reading the bus story, please. Man, she just does it all. Diva, more like divine. She can read me a bedtime story anytime. Oh, good to see you, man. Can I join you, mate, for some playtime? I'm sure she'll be delighted. I'm good. Kiddo will have me here all night. I got work to do. Wolves don't scare me. If I find any, I'll whoop their butts. You're pretty spunky, ain't ya? Don't let me down. That's Victor's a whiny old coot. Ain't even broke 60 and he's belly aching about his back, the little ninny. And youngsters he says are also lazy. It's all cars and trains and public transportation for him. Back in my day, we walked and we liked it. It was good exercise and you didn't need no road or subway line to get where you wanted. Oh sure, let me just walk to Van Tail from here. Not practical at all when the car can get me there in minutes. 15-minute cities. You kids in your cars. Bah, bunch of softy trolls turning your legs to mush. You keep driving everywhere and the kids will be able to outrun you. Really killing me tonight. You're back again, you really ought to take a break. It isn't that, oof, damn it, I hate this aging thing. God, pull yourself together, Victor. As long as you may still small enough to fit in my arms, I gotta keep this baby show going. Well, with an attitude like that, he's set for life. Nights are getting colder, that's probably what it is. Makes my back act up. But I can sleep when I'm dead. Gotta care for Yume until she can take care of herself. You sure got that much? You sure you got that much left in the tank? Maserati curry.
Pick something already.
Wait, what? Why me? You don't want someone else to draw the jacket cover? Yeah, I want it to be you. It has to be. Look, I gotta drew a lot back in school, and it'd be fun to do some promo art like that. But Jess. Man, bugs me when he goes all quiet out of nowhere. I just can't tell what he's thinking. This could make or break his new record. It's a really big deal. Am I really the right guy for the job? Just give me some time to think it over. I don't know what to say. Alright, I just don't see anyone else being fit for the job. Stubborn as ever. He never changes. Carrots, potatoes, artichoke. What else was there? Can you hold more for me, Harry? I was gonna buy some milk and a baguette for breakfast. Hey, come on, Mark. Let's go. What are you doing over there? Dinner soon. We're gonna leave you behind if you don't catch up. Harry and I have been getting the groceries together recently. He's really strong, so he carries most of the bags. I'm kind of jealous. But I make up for it when smarts. He always forgets what to buy at the store, so I got that on him. I've been living with Sheena's family for about a month now. It's so fun being able to play with her every day, and we get to do shopping on the way home too. Sheena's got a really good memory, so she always remembers what we need to get after we're done playing. Sheena and Harry have been going to the grocery store all by themselves lately. They kind of remind me of Mom and Dad, I wonder if they'll buy some Kenny too. So what's Ellie got himself into now? I heard he was in some kind of incident. How much does he want to make his poor mom worry? I just wish he'd come back home and tuck me for once in his life. Though I know he wouldn't listen to a damn thing I have to say.
Looking is always free. Come back for more anytime.
I can barely stand being at home anymore, so I slipped out. So what's so important about this stupid exam? It doesn't prove anything. Hell, why am I even trying so hard to get into Aramis anyway? Is there gonna be a happy ending to this guy's story? I see, another special class you say, and with a guest teacher this time. Yes, exactly. I was trying to figure out how we can make history class more interesting. I thought that perhaps if they had a teacher they knew and got along with, they would be more curious to learn. Now I think that's a wonderful idea, Miria. I can always trust you to keep their best interests in mind. Such a lesson plan would likely require a fair bit of work, but I trust you can handle it. Best of luck, sister. I will. Thank you so much, Father. Oh, thank heavens. I was worrying all for nothing. However, seeing how kind Father Nikolai was did strike me as a bit odd. It felt as if he had our motives. Very mysterious he is. Sister Miria is a wonderful teacher, truly. Her care for her students is immediately evident. I am certain her class will teach them much. I look forward to watching her. I come home after my first day of work and Zora just brushes me off. Fine then. If she doesn't want to talk to her husband, I don't want to talk to my wife. Perhaps maybe I'll make the damn living room just take the damn living room for myself. See what she thinks of that. Chris barely shows his face around here these days. If kid wants to blow me off, I'll give him the cold shoulder too. I wish that sad sack in the living room would just get up and move. Who does he take himself for? He only has himself to blame for his emotions. No sob story will change his fortunes. If he's so content to just drift in the doldrums of mediocrity, then why should I placate him? He should make himself useful and leave. Now, Anya, you've got a good head on your shoulders and a knack for math like nobody I've ever seen. So tell me how you help. Tell you what. How about you help with my article for next year's economic outlook? Exciting, huh? No way, Jose. That's your job. You shouldn't need a little kid to help you write paper. Do it yourself, why don't you? Denied. Oh, the humanity. Man, you never change, do you? Anya's got a bright future ahead of her. I wanted to give her some experience handling this sort of thing, but wow, maybe it's too early. There'll be another time. Old Huck has a ton of stories to tell. He's kind of like a grandpa. But then he's the president of that big investment company too. He's kind of weird like that. Rebecca's been talking about trying to get over her anxiety. Maybe this is the year she finally gets some fresh air. I think it's been 10 years since she went outside. I can barely remember it. I really worry for her sometimes. It's just that anxiety makes it hard for her to interact with people. That's the big thing. I just don't know what to do. I don't want to call her too much, but all the same, she really can't carry on like this. But maybe I'm just getting too worked up about it myself. Oh right, almost forgot. The new Kitty engine update drops today. I better get that installed. That's a secret mode you can toggle, and it lets you do some really nifty stuff. Whenever something gets me curious, I can look it up on the Orwell net. It's so ridiculously useful. I've got tons and tons of papers and articles at all my fingertips. But the net doesn't cover everything, so some topics just come up that I just can't find any dirt on. There's one article I wish I could learn more about, if only that's the offer. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.